we basically take data from multiple sources, multiple data sources, and we process that data. We then present that data to the AR graphics producer and allow them to put together sequences of graphics we allow them to turn it around quite quickly so that they can react to changes in data and changes in editorial requirements, basically, and then those graphics can get sent to Viz, and Viz plays out the animations. We make it very easy for the AR producer by providing a very streamlined process, basically. So they can put together a stack of graphics very easily, and they have an embedded preview of what the Viz animations and what the graphics will look like on the output, and that reacts instantly to changes in parameters and things like that. In the Viz scene, we've written lots of Viz script in there, and that's a very powerful way of us controlling the transition logic between different graphics. So that allows the producer, the graphics producer, to not have to worry about animating off certain parts of the scene, or to worry about changes in the scene when you go from one graphic to another. They can simply drag and drop graphics into a stack and let the scripting worry about everything else, basically. So the producer will create a stack of graphics and then pass it on to the director, who will be able to preview each of the animate points. The producer will then let the presenter know that it's ready, and he can then run through it as well. The presenter has a clicker which communicates via IP to our Ignition software, and that will advance the sequence of graphics by 1 point at a time. The presenter's producer can create hints and tips, like textual hints and tips, based on the relevant animate point that is clicked to, and they will appear kind of in his eye line somewhere on the screen and kind of move to the next click as he clicks through the graphics. So that's a way of helping him keep track of where he is in the sequence. We connect to Viz through various different connectors, basically. We can talk to multiple engines at the same time and send messages to multiple engines. It's a very simple interface, so we can add new connections, add new connectors to talk to different Viz engines as they become available. All of the engines will be running the same Viz scene, but just we've written bits of Viz script in there that are quite clever, that actually look at what engine is running the scene, and will then change some of the parameters as to what camera is being used, and changing the window mode, changing the camera to a window mode based on whether it's going to be rendering in a screen or from a different viewpoint. We can take a snapshot of the data at the time that the sequence was made available to the presenter, so he won't come up with any surprises. So he'll have rehearsed a sequence of graphics with a set pieces of data in there. So even if it does update, he'll know that then when he comes to run through that sequence again, it will be using that snapshot. Scripting takes away all of the hard work from the producers of the graphics, and allows us to take on board a lot of that and keep a lot of the logic inside the Viz script. So everything will just work in the minimal amount of steps possible, basically.